The kicking game has been incredible tonight for Holy Family. Jonathan Gary just booted a 28-yard field goal. He's 3 out of 5 field goal attempts. And that was an 11-play, 43-yard drive. It's not like they went too far, but they chewed up 5 minutes and 19 seconds. That ends with Gary's 28-yard field goal. The Bead Diggers now, Dave, are going to be forced to pass. They're down by 9 points with 5:28 to go. And Jonathan Gary to kick it off. Let's see, the Bead Diggers have a chance to actually return the kickoff. That hasn't been the case tonight, except once. Very deep, actually twice. Fielded at the 1 by Shea Hansen, running to the 10, straight ahead to the 15. And he still bowls his way across the 15 to around the 17, maybe the 18, before he's tackled on that special teams play by Ryan Silva, a 5'5", 140-pound junior. Dave, I think the Bead Diggers have played pretty well tonight, but they're obviously hurt by the loss of both Skylar Seawald and Joe Rosenbrock. I think they are definitely difference makers on this team.
Oh, you betcha. Anytime you have guys that typically make plays in a game, Rosenbrock, just his return game, not even talking about his defense and his plays on offense, just his return game. There's an absence there.
1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at their own 18-yard line. They're going to have to pass on virtually every play at this point because they're down 2 scores, and now Eric Garcia has got to call a timeout. And there must have been some confusion there, but, Dave, you never want to call a timeout on the first play of a drive when the clock is stopped. But, again, we're talking about a young team, a sophomore quarterback who is very talented, by the way. I am impressed, by the way, Garcia has played in the first nearly 2 games of the season. I know they only have 6 points on offense, but, he's done some positive things for this Brush team.
You bet he has, and I'll tell you what, he's sharp enough. He saw something out there where they weren't lined up right, and he knows the game well enough that he felt like it was important enough for him to have to take that timeout. Otherwise, I'm confident that he wouldn't have.
This broadcast over digital tie line technology brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions, which takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to the consumers. That's Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 scholarship program. Bead Diggers I believe, are down to their final timeout. A naked backfield. 1st and 10 for Brush at their own 18-yard line. In motion to the left is Rutherford. Garcia rolling left, looking for a block. Flag is down, throws underneath. Pass is caught by Rutherford out of bounds across the 25 to around the 28, close to a first down. But you have a feeling that this one is going to come back once again.
Well, I'll tell you what, the holding calls, you talk about the kicking game that Holy Family's had, the penalties that Brush has undergone have hurt them.
Illegal motion against the Bead Diggers. That football will be set back to the 13-yard line. But again, you got to look at things like common opponents, and you see what Holy Family did to Eaton last week. Not to say that Brush is better than Eaton, we don't know that, but we do know that Holy Family, based on things I heard in the score alone, dominated Eaton as opposed to this game where there has not been domination. The big difference has been a kicker who can probably kick in the NFL. And Jonathan Gary, when he's booting him from 50 yards away. 1st and 15 from the 13. Quick drop, Garcia out to the right. The pass is dropped by Rutherford. He was wide open at around the 17-yard line, but didn't look it in. It would have been a short gain, but now it's 2nd and 15.
It was one of those balls that hit him right in the belly button because he let it get past his hands. He didn't use his hands to catch it.
Good-looking throw by Garcia, though. Those are things you want to see out of your young quarterback. 2nd down and 15 for the Bead Diggers at their own 18-yard line. Check it, the 13-yard line. They're down 15-6 with 5:13 to go. Jonathan Gary has accounted for every single Holy Family point. Trips to the right. Lone setback is Weiser. He's got the handoff right up the gut, and he bowls his way to around the 16. Gain of 3. Matthew McLean makes the tackle. 3rd down and 12.
Weiser's carried the ball 14 times for 30 yards. And not saying anything about him because we're definitely playing against a defensive line that's a lot bigger than what we've seen. But like we were talking about missing people, Seawald averaging over the last couple of years probably better than 5 yards a carry for sure. We're just missing some people.
That's the product of football. 3rd down and 12. Pump fake Garcia running for his life. He'll take off with the football. He's got a seam to the left sideline. 1st down. Back to the outside after cutting inside across the 35 to the 40. And he's out of bounds at the 42-yard line. What instincts by Eric Garcia. And this time, his 26-yard run does count as opposed to what happened early in the game when it was called back because of holding.
You betcha. Just a good job there. And then he made a little fake again right there in front of the brush bench that almost left the Holy Family kid standing there, and he almost ran past him, but the kid was able to keep his composure and break down and make the tackle.
I'll tell you what, Dave, in the years I've been covering Brush football, Garcia might be the fastest quarterback Brush has. I mean, Arturo Matos is a great athlete, but Garcia can run.
And you know what? He can throw, too. People say he's not tall enough to see over the line of scrimmage very well, but I guarantee you he knows where to throw the football.
Trips to the right, 1st and 10 for the 41. Rolling right, pressure coming. He's going to have to run out of it, and he cannot. He's sacked. Back at around the 35-yard line, a loss of 6. Austin Mall, or check that, Thomas Lambert made the tackle. It'll be a 5-yard loss officially. 2nd down and 15. But the Bee Diggers are still in pretty good field position at the 36-yard line. And because they're down by 9 points, everything is 4-down territory as they are under 4 minutes to go in the game. And, even if Brush doesn't score here, if they can at least fight like they have with Garcia getting the 1st down, just show some positive signs, which is something they did last week. They scored with just a few seconds left on the clock in that loss to Fort Morgan. Trips to the right once again, lining up on the short side of the field. 2nd and 15 for the 36-yard line. With Garcia back to throw that quick drop, he throws that slant complete to Kukas, but he cannot break out of a tackle, and he's down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. And he's hit over there by Morgan Dorr and Connor Clay. 3rd down and 10. Bee Diggers have 2 plays to pick up that much yardage with 3:10 to go from Bee Digger Stadium.